Thank you for joining me today. What do I think about Chat GPT? Somebody just jumped in with that one. How did you know I was just about to start talking about Chat GPT? Well, Chat GPT is such an interesting tool. Everyone is talking about Chat GPT these days. I mean, everybody. I don't have a slideshow for this one, so I'm just going to kind of talk like it's a conversation, like just the two of us. But I do have some notes. So, what is Chat GPT? Chat GPT is an AI software program that speaks to you like a human being, almost. It's not quite like a human being, but it can talk with a similar speaking pattern as a human being. So unlike Google, it actually will give you some feedback. You can ask more and more questions. You can ask deeper and deeper questions as you move on. So it's very interesting to use ChatGPT. If you've never used it, you can it will really surprise you. And a matter of fact, why don't we take a minute and well, they are experiencing high demand right now, but let's see if we can use it for just a minute. I'm going to open this up and just a minute, I will share my screen and I will demonstrate just a few of the ways that you can use ChatGPT to improve your English. I'm talking about this because we just said sometimes you should mix up and change your study patterns and the way that you study. Sometimes it's difficult to meet with people who speak English. So if you don't know anyone who speaks English, you can use the chat bot. You can use Chat GPT. So let me share the screen and let's take a trip over to Chat GPT. And let's talk about how you can use Chat GPT. Now, Chat GPT is free to use. They do offer a $20 per month service if you want. Let's see what they get if you upgrade to Plus. They just started offering it in Korea. They started offering it in the US last week. Young says it's really awesome AI solution. A lot of people talk to this every day. I know. I talk to this thing every day too. So the free plan is available when demand is low. There's a standard response speed and regular model update. So they're always updating the model. But ChatGPT Plus, they give you free. It's available even when the high demand and faster response speed, priority access, all that good stuff. So if you want to pay $20 a month, you can do that. So let's take a look at what you can do. Oh my goodness. So excuse me says the reason I mentioned it is because I heard it's threatening news readers' jobs. Oh, well, I'll get into the Chat GPT and how it might be threatening jobs. I would love to start a conversation about. So let's hear what people have to say. If you have more to comment on that, I would love to hear it. So, but right now I'm just going to talk about how you can use it with your English. So I'm going to give you several tips. Tip number one, you can use it to practice speaking English by asking it questions or having conversations on various topics. Okay. Basically, you can have a conversation with it just like you would a person. It's going to give you the opportunity to practice your fluency. Now, it's not going to allow you to practice your speaking because it is a text-based language model. So you have to type things in. However, you could use some kind of a voice to text program. I use Word, for example. Sometimes I use Microsoft Word. You can maybe use Google Docs and record your voice saying what you want to say. It'll record it and then you cut it and you paste that in the text box. So you can have a conversation, okay? And then read back their response. Or it can help you with your writing. So let's just take a look at just what you can say. Say, hello, my name is Dennis. I'm doing a live stream on YouTube right now. I'd like, and you can also practice typing and speaking while you type. It's not going to have the right cadence, but that's okay. I'd like to show my audience how you can help them with English studies. Let's see what it says. Hi, Dennis. It's great to hear that you're showcasing the benefits of using AI language models like me for English language learning. I'd be happy to assist with answering any questions or providing information to help you with your demonstration. Just let me know what you need. See, it's so helpful, isn't it? So this is a very interesting little bot. So let's say you want to talk about the weather, okay? You can practice a conversation. I'd like to talk about the weather. Can you correct my grammar and help me sound more natural? Okay. So now this is answering the question. Of course, I'd be happy to. Please provide the text you'd like me to correct. So does somebody said, how about a meal plan for moms? Who said that? Excuse me again. Yeah, you can ask for a meal plan for moms. Absolutely. It'll take away the mom's job too. Not. It will never take away mom's job. Um, okay, so it's asking what is the text you'd like it to correct. So I'd say, um, you could say, what what is weather like there? Okay, that's really poor grammar. It's going to tell me it doesn't have any idea how the weather is. Okay, but it's going to correct the grammar. However, I can certainly help you improve the grammar and naturalness of your sentence. Here's a corrected version. What's the weather like there? So now the sentence is grammatically correct. So this will help you to practice and improve your grammar. Okay. It'll also you can also use Chat GPT to help you with your vocabulary. Okay. So you can ask questions about the meaning of words, the usage of English words. If you are learning new words every day, which I encourage you to do by reading articles and things like that, you're going to find words you don't know. I am always suggesting to people that they try new vocabulary words. So let's try something else. I said the word tenacious earlier was a good vocabulary word. I just heard the word tenacious. Did I spell it right? Us. Can you help me understand it? So it will explain what tenacious is an adjective that's used to describe someone or someone who is very persistent, determined, and unwilling to give up. It can be used to describe someone who is holding on to something very tightly, or someone who refuses to let go of their goals or beliefs in the face of difficulty or opposition. Does that sound familiar? For example, you could say she has a tenacious grip on her dreams and never gives up no matter what obstacles she faces. Or he is a tenacious worker who consistently produces high quality results. In general, the word tenacious has a positive connotation and is often used to describe someone who is strong willed and persevering. That is a much better definition than you're going to get in a dictionary, if you ask me. What do you guys think of that definition? Was that a pretty good definition or description of uh, the word tenacious? And do you understand it better? But if you don't, and I always tell you, you should practice your vocabulary by making your own sentences. So, oh, yeah, Mandy, it's much better than Grammarly. Much more useful than Grammarly because it won't just correct your mistakes. It'll tell you why you made the mistakes and how you can avoid them later. I know I'm putting myself out of a job by teaching everybody this, but um, it's very useful, very useful. So yeah, you can use it to correct your vocabulary. You can you can write your own sentence. For example, let's use tenacious again. You can write a sentence like, I was feeling very tenacious when I woke up. Is that a good use of the word? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to see you go, Young. Glad you came in. I enjoy your meeting. I'm surprised you have a meeting so late. Wow, so late. You guys work so late in Asia. All right. So using tenacious to describe a person's state of mind is certainly a good use of the word. Um, so here's an example sentence that uses tenacious in this way. See, now it's giving you an alternative way to write the sentence. After a good night's sleep, I woke up feeling tenacious and ready to take on whatever the day had in store. What a great tool. So that is the second tip that I'm giving you on how to use it. Expanding your vocabulary by using Chat GPT to learn how to what words mean, and also how to improve your skills by having it check if you're using the words correctly. Also, it is a great tool for learning idioms and phrasal verbs. I was talking to somebody in the chat earlier yesterday about using idioms and phrasal verbs. This is one of the tools that you can use. If you're not sure how to use a word in a sentence, go ahead and use that. Now, you can improve your grammar with Chat GPT. One of the things that you might use is write your own sentences. You can have Chat GPT explain grammar concepts to you. I've done this for videos. For example, I don't understand when and how to use the to use have been or has been. Okay, this is, can you explain it? All right, so watch, it's gonna start generating an explanation. These are forms of the verb to be in the perfect present tense. Perfect present tense is used to describe an action that started in the past and continues until the present moment, or a past action with present consequences. All right. So for the first person plural, I or we have been studying English. We have been studying English for 3 months. So how long have you been studying English? And do you think this is a good tool? I think it's a great tool. It will break down those grammar concepts for you very well. If you have a problem with writing, if that is one of your issues, this one is an amazing tool, but be careful. Okay. Don't use this to cheat. Use it to check yourself. Okay. This can be a wonderful writing coach. I'm using it with several of my clients to help them with their writing for emails or other things. But the key is it's meant to be used as a help, like an extra coach, not as a way to actually improve, not to actually do the writing for you. If your English is really, really bad and you need a email right now, it will write for you. Watch this. I feel no good. That's really vague today. I need doctor. Okay. I need note for boss. Watch what it does. It tells you to take care of your health first. And go be, if you need a note for your boss, you could write a short message. I forgot to tell it to write the note. Here's an example. Oh, it's going to write it for us. Dear boss, boss's name. I hope this email message finds you well. I'm writing to inform you that I am feeling unwell today and need to take the day off to see a doctor. I understand that this may cause some inconvenience, and I apologize. I mean, look, this is a perfectly legitimate sounding email. It's concise, it's professional, and it'll communicate what you need to say. So see, it'll help with your writing. Here's another tool that you may find helpful. You might find this helpful with. Hi, Julie. Nice to see you. It's really cool, right, Yolanda? So this one is really cool. So I really enjoy reading news articles. And I know that some of you also do as well. However, I get tired of recommending the same old articles all the time. Like everybody's like ingu.com is good, but the articles get kind of boring. And you might want to read something from the regular newspaper, but it's a little bit difficult. If you're reading online, you can take an article from a regular newspaper. Yes, it does, it does recognize Korean too. It recognizes Korean, it recognizes Chinese, it recognizes French, it recognizes a lot of languages. I'm not sure if it recognizes traditional Chinese. I know it recognizes simplified Chinese, but I'm not sure about anything else. Well, the whole demo is great. I'm glad you enjoy it. All right, we're almost done. I'm going to jump in with, we're going to go to questions. So get your questions ready because we're going to jump in with that. Simplify complex text with Chat GPT. Take an article that you might find interesting, or maybe it's a scientific paper, or maybe it's a blog, something that you would like to read about, and ask it to simplify it for your level. And if you tell it the level that you're at, let me find an article. So this is an article that I read recently called 13 Tips on How to Deliver a Pitch, blah, blah, blah. We're going to scroll through here, copy everything here. I'm not going to, okay. Oh, I lost it. All right, well, we'll just take the first 4. Okay, we're going to scroll up here and boom, control, copy. Now we're going to go back to Chat GPT and paste that in here. But first, I'm going to say, please simplify the following article for I think you guys are all probably intermediate, an intermediate level English reader. Okay, I'm going to put this in at B1. Okay, the lowest level intermediate. Okay, now I'm going to paste it and press enter and see what it comes up with. Okay, it has all the, so that's the original thing I pasted. Here we go. And as you can see, it is rewriting the article in more simplified terms. Now, if that doesn't surprise you, I don't know what will. So you can take a complicated article and ask the AI to simplify it for you so you can understand it better. Okay. You can also ask it to please give me some key vocabulary to help me understand this article. And you can ask for vocabulary. Pitch, a short presentation. It'll tell you what the words, the key vocabulary to understand this article. You can actually get away with not reading articles from ngu.com anymore, if that's what you want to do. So I don't know about you, but that is all very exciting stuff. Oh, and yes, that is a free website. It is free, but it's also hard to get on to this website when it's really busy. So fortunately, I live in Asia, and I know most of you live in Asia. So if you're logged on during the daytime, you're more likely to get access to the platform than if you're living in, say, the Western, like in the United States or South America or Europe, because they're all sleeping when we're awake and being busy. So, so it works best in the daytime. Although, as you can see, here it is almost midnight in Korea, and it was really quick, very, very quick. So, okay. Now, that is basically all the time that I have for today. Who has, Lisa says, I wish I knew this earlier. Well, you know it now. And actually, you know it pretty early because this has only been around since November 30th of last year. So what's that, 2.5 months? It's one of the fastest growing websites I think it's the fastest growing website in history. Microsoft is a big buyer, big supporter, investor. They're incorporating the AI into their Bing search engine. And this introduction of this program has really launched a, well, an AI war with a lot of people across the world. So using this Chat GPT, you can actually help yourself learn English in a different way. So it changes everything. It might put me out of a job. No, I hope not. One thing it has that I do not have, wait, I was going to say one thing it has that I don't have is personality, but reverse that. One thing it doesn't have that I do have is personality and a sense of humor. Thank you very much for joining me and joining together. I really appreciate you coming in to see me today. This was our very first live. Do me a big favor if you get a chance. Share this with your friends. Share my other videos with your friends. I am very honored and pleased to see everybody join me, and I will see you next time.